it seems like to me in a lot of youth ministry that we've become very reactive with our students, almost like we have to heal all their hurts. We have to go and bind up their wounds before we can unleash them. And I think the proactive stance that Dare to Share has been this philosophy of healing as you take others to the hospital, that there's something about cathartic and transformative for students that are wounded and hurt and in pain, and when they get their eyes on Christ and they get their eyes on reaching their friends, that it actually heals their hurts in a way that a lesson couldn't.
Yeah, we use the phrase, you're just another hungry person showing another hungry person where to find the bread.
Yeah.
You know, and it's true, like just in the midst of their journey, in the midst of their walk with God, they're learning how to, at the same time, share and invite. And it's neat to see. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's not something that we have to necessarily wait to go home. Little seeds can get planted. They were having the text question conversation thing going on with their phones, and
talk a little bit about that.
Well, what happened in the conference is, look, all right, kids, you need to share your faith. This is good ways to share your faith, but let's just not talk about it. Let's do it. So, okay, kids, text your phones. If you don't have your phone, share it. Pray for somebody. And so here goes live conversations with technology about Jesus. And one of my teenagers who had trusted Christ the night before is texting his friend, and there was a break time, and the kids were going up, and he's walking out, and he says, my friend texted back to me during this conversation, you're different now, huh? What changed? And that amazes me, because you can lose a lot of context and things in words.
Sure.
And so over a text message to see that something started, he told him, he says, when you come home, can I talk to you about it?
Wow.
And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So it's neat that things can start, but it's real when you get home. And then to hear the stories when they come, yeah, so that one friend I was texting at the conference, remember? Well, yeah, of course I remember. You get updates, and it's this contagious thing with the kids, because they know about it. They shared in it together. You're invested. You're praying for your kid in your group. It's neat to see them have success moments. They feel like, hey, I can do this because it came home with me. And it was really neat to see. It was really cool.
We were in St. Louis, Zane, I don't know if you remember this testimony, but we do a time called Chaos for the Cause, where we let students just kind of share their outreach experience. 2 girls came up on stage and they were sharing, and she's like, yeah, she goes, I called my friend last year and she trusted Christ over the phone. And here she is. She was right next to her. And she goes, and between last year and this year, she led those students to Christ, and she pointed to 2 or 3 other girl teenagers jumping by the stage and waving their hands. So she had led her friend to Christ over the phone, and then that girl had led 2 to 3 others over the year. And it's just kind of this whole disciples that make disciples. And now they're plugged into the youth group where she's going. And it's just, I mean, it's the stuff of the book of Acts that just gives us the fuel that we need.